Hello guys and girls and welcome back to another Thorncraft 4.2 tutorial. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to step away from that infusion altar. I think we're going a bit crazy and we've been doing it for a little bit too much now. So we're going to take a little bit of a break from there and we're going to look at something else within the Artifice tab, which is really cool. And it's going to be the Infernal Furnace. We're going to have a look at the Arcane Bellows as well and the Flux Scrubber, and just show you how all of it works. So to make yourself an arcane furnace, you're going to require the following blocks. You're going to need 12 nether brick, 12 obsidian, 1 iron bar, and 1 bucket of lava. So we're going to grab all these bits and pieces out here, and we're going to show you exactly how you're going to arrange all of this out. So you're going to pick your area. It's going to be a 3x3 multi-block structure. And what we're going to do is we're going to place down another brick around on the corners like that on your very first layer. And then in the middle here, you're going to do a little cross shape of obsidian. And then around the back, we're just going to put some more of this nether brick down. And then obsidian around here. And then wherever your front is going to be, wherever you want the front of your furnace to be outputting the items, you want to put yourself some iron bars in front of there. Or we do that a bit later, or just leave yourself an opening for now. So your next level, you want to go like this. And then fill it in again with some more obsidian and leave that middle area open. Right, so there's two ways you can do this. You can either put a lava bucket in the top side when you've got the iron bars in there, or you can come down here, depending on how fast your action times are, go like that and go like that. And then it's all done. And then with that, what we have to do now is you need 50 Ignis and 50 Terra in your wand. Take your wand out and just right click the structure, and it'll turn into this really cool looking furnace. So you're probably wondering what's so cool about it. So by harnessing raw Ignis within a furnace crafted from obsidian and nether brick, you have created a highly efficient and fuel free furnace. So efficient in fact that occasionally it will produce bonus materials in the form of nuggets or other items. While this is essentially free, it also very slow unless the furnace gets a new supply of Ignis Essentia or Vis every now and again. This can be done by any methods you have discovered so far or still will discover. It should also be noted that the occasional bits of flux escapes into the environment. Items you wish to smelt needs to be dropped into the top of the furnace and will be spit out the front. Okay then, so this has got some really cool things on it. So the very first thing you can do is you can power this thing with Ignis. We're going to grab our jar of Ignis down here, and we're going to place it down here. I'm not exactly sure of the block radius on this, but if we pump it there, it will basically start pulling out of it. I think it's up to about 8 blocks away that it will start pulling it out. So my personal preference would be to put it up here. You can also do it with a node as well. So if you had a node with Ignis, an energized node with Ignis in it, you could run relays over here and feed it off of the relays as well, which is really cool too. So you don't actually have to have a jar essentially lying around. You can power it off of an energized node. Pretty cool stuff. So like it said, any items you want smelted need to be dropped into the top. So you're going to have to figure a way how to get these dropped in, whether it be redstone droppers or something from a different mod. I personally use an open crate from Britannia, but that's my personal preference. You guys might want to go with something completely different. So all you have to do is check your item in there. It will go through very slowly in the very beginning. I'm going to show you how to speed this up in a bit. And it should, there you go, spit it out the front for us. So that's done that for us. It's not used any fuel whatsoever. It's going to use a little bit of Ignis now and then, but that's no big deal, especially once you get yourself an energized node. So, how do you speed this slow thing up that just took forever to make that? I think that's where the Arcane Bellows come in, and the Arcane Bellows performs much the same function as mundane counterpart. The only difference is happily pumps away by itself, sending forth a stream of never-ending air. Attaching it to an infernal furnace has shown some interesting results. The elemental infused air not only stokes the flames, increasing its smelting speed, but causes them to burn much purer, resulting in a reduction of flux generated and increasing the chance of creating bonus nuggets and other materials when smelting. They can also be attached to normal or alchemical furnaces to increase their speed. It's also possible to attach them to crucibles to reduce the time it takes to for their water to boil. Bellows can be deactivated by applying a redstone signal. Your constant water usage will reveal themselves eventually. Cool. So as you see, you got all these little holes on the side here. I'm going to show you how to make these things very first. You're going to need about 4 of them. And I'll tell you why you need 4. So first of all, the recipe for it is 4 planks, 2 here, 2 here, piece of leather and an air shard and an iron ingot there. And that's going to make you 1 arcane bellows. It's also going to take 10 air vis and 5 auto vis. So you're going to need 4 of them. 1 for each of the sides, 1, 2, and 3. And then they're going to pump all on there. So we're going to grab a couple of them. Let's just quickly go. Boop, boop. And then next thing you want to make is your flux scrubber, and we'll go over this in a little bit more detail in a minute, but as you see, it will use an arcane bellows, a vis filter, 2 iron bars, 2 arcane stone blocks, and an Essentia tube, which I've shown all of you guys how to make before. So there we go, we've got 1 of them now, and I'll go into detail on that in a minute. So what you do with your arcane bellows, come up and then just right click on the side. You don't even have to shift right click, you just right click, and as you see, it connects up there and it will just start pumping away. Really, really cool stuff. So this hasn't drawn any of this out at the moment. But if we grab some more, you remember how slow it was before. So we're going to grab another piece of iron, chuck it in there, and see what happens this time. In theory, this thing should speed up. There you go, it sped up a little bit, and we actually got 3 iron nuggets out of that this time. Didn't get them out there last time, which is really, really cool. So you can actually get more off of this, especially if you're putting clusters in. You'll get double the ores out and you get some nuggets off it as well. So yeah, you could essentially like more than double your ores using just Thorncraft, which is really, really cool. So the flux scrubber here, occasionally this is still going to give a flux regardless of whether you have these bellows or not. It's not going to completely negate it, you will still get it. If you have this indoors, you don't want to get flux all over your house, so it's best to put one of these flux scrubber things in here. Oh, just 1 please, thank you very much. Even the most skilled thermalurge occasionally leaves a mess in the form of Fluix. It is a nuisance everyone has to deal with, but this machine removes the druggery involved. The flux scrubber, when powered with air vis, will slowly remove any form of flux within 16 blocks of where it is placed. What is more, is it is able to reclaim a small portion of the magic that makes up the Fluix in form of Precantatio Essentia. Its internal buffer is very small and will continue operating even when full, so it must be emptied if you wish to reclaim all the Essentia. So you can actually pull some Precantatio Essentia out of all the flux that happens. You can also put these things around your infusion altar, for example, and all you have to do is supply it with a bit of air, which isn't too terrible. Let's just replace you there. Thank you very much, and place you there. I think this is overkill, but this is my personal preference. I'd rather have it there, and it would reach all the way out here. So we got up to 16 blocks. This is up to 12, so it'll go out even further than that, which is really, really nice. You could probably just put one of these in the middle, and it would suffice you enough. Same over here, just place it there, and it will suffice all your needs. Obviously, like I said, you need to supply it with air, so put a jar of air or relay some energized air vis towards it from your node. But that is pretty much it. That is all I can cover on the Infernal Furnace. Pretty cool little piece of kit, and it looks awesome as well. Look how devilish it looks. You just got to watch out for the little negative effects you got, and obviously you've got to feed it with some more fire. Pretty much stoke the fire with some Essentia. So it's really, really cool. Go check it out. Go have a play around with it and have all the fun in the world. And like the video if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and all of that jazzing stuff. And thank you guys very much for watching. Have yourselves a very wonderful day, and I'll see all your beautiful faces in the next video. Goodbye.